Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this press conference here in Berlin for the first Avengers Civil War. Please have a welcome for the director, Anthony Russo. Playing the part of Helmut Zemo, please have a welcome for Daniel Brühl. Iron Man, he's Tony Stark. At first of all, he's Robert Downey Jr. From a voice to the vision, please have a welcome, Bettany. The one with the nicest secret, please have a welcome, playing Sharon Carter, Agent 13, Emily VanCamp. Everybody's here? Fine. Robert, after all the mess Captain America brought to our city, to Berlin, it's great to have you here. Good to bring the Iron Man team here.
Yeah, we're here to make amends for Team Cap's behavior. Thank you very kindly. Having a great time. Took a bike ride this morning. I didn't see you out there.
I was preparing for you. So, please, your questions. Raise your arms. We have girls with microphones so you can...
Oh, there's no question.
No, Paul, please stay. So maybe, before we wait for there's a question, maybe first Anthony and all the others can tell us about shooting in Berlin. Can you tell us about your experience in Berlin?
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. Look, it's very important for film productions. There's a lot of tax incentives that many places offer for production, and Germany has a very healthy one that was allowed us to come here. You know, we have part of the movie is set in Berlin, other parts of the movie are set around in other spots in Europe, so we're able to shoot here in Berlin and double it for not only Berlin, but also for Romania and Vienna, and it was a very, very good experience we had here. The crews are excellent, the locations are excellent, the culture is a blast, so I think we couldn't have had a better experience shooting here in Germany.
Okay, question on the right, in the back. Could you please stand up so everyone can see you?
Hi guys, it's Tom Westerholt, German Public Radio 1 Live. Question to Robert Downey. You were used to that when Iron Man's shutter goes down on the helmet, that the party is over for you because some stunt guy overtakes the action. This time we see you actually fight. So how was this new experience for you?
Well, I think we'd all agree that there was just a sense of a return to the kind of like proper mixture of the seriousness and the fun in this, and everyone was pretty active. I think, as evidenced by the way folks are reacting to this film, I feel like we kind of did a good job and people are responding well. So yeah, it used to be the helmet close and I'd be getting shiatsu, but I actually wanted to participate a little more this time.
So maybe Daniel, you can tell us a bit about how you managed to get into this Marvel universe and about your experience with that.
Yeah, well, I'm still surprised. No, I had a wonderful meeting with Kevin Feige. I got a call from my American agents that I should meet up with Kevin, and I panicked and I said I need another week, I need another month, to read all the comics, because I was so shit scared of, precise questions. But then there was no time because he had to leave, so we met and had breakfast. It was wonderful. I was so relieved when it was over because I didn't come across as a total retard. And then and he was so charming, and he said, I have this part for you, and the project sounded so appealing and so attractive, and I just wished it to be true. But as an actor, you are experienced with these kinds of meetings. Normally they let you wait for 3 weeks and then they call you and they say it was awesome, but somebody else got to play the part. So I was really surprised that 3 days later, in my car in Berlin, I got the call that I was offered the part. And here I am. I'm very, very happy.
Yeah. Robert, can you add to this, working with Daniel?
The national treasure. It was a tough part without giving away too. These films are only as good as their bad guys, their villains, or their whatever. And so, I think it takes. You can't just be arch. You have to be charming and intelligent and a lot of things. I mean, I think Daniel's actually a really kind of sweet, smart, cool guy, and then he plays this character. I mean, I don't know what he's really like. I don't know what his girlfriend thinks. It was really something else. And I think also the way the Russos kind of, the narrative and the way they structured it, it's not your typical, you see everything coming type of, you know what I mean? It felt like it kind of transcended that. I think a lot of stuff in Civil War transcends the genre, which is why, people are pissed off at it.
Yes, here's a question in the middle, please.
Buongiorno, I'm Purple Grumpy Cat, the son of Captain Italy. Always wanted to join the Avengers, which is, well, that's why I'm grumpy. I can't join. It seems that you're falling apart. So which team should I choose and why?
You should definitely be on Team Captain America. Those are the guys you want.
There's only room for one purple guy, okay?
There's still some Team Zemo. We still need some guys.
And why, a second question, why is collateral damage such a big issue for superheroes and for the Captain America and Team Iron Man?
All right, did you just ask a serious question?
Yes, that's what we Italians do.
By the way, I
sometimes.
was watching you from the second we sat down,
I know.
and you're so deadpan. I'm like, dude,
I'm grumpy.
Do you think Guardians of the Grumpy Cat Galaxy might be working for you?
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Amelie, you share a wonderful secret with Captain America. Also, he's not here. Can you tell us what we have to expect? And a short question from me: how does a man of his age taste by kissing?
Oh. Okay, that's an interesting
Welcome to
question.
Germany. How does he taste by kissing? That's right.
Wait, what am I answering right now? I'm confused.
His mouth tastes like.
I don't really think I'm thinking about that. I think I'm usually thinking about what we're having for lunch that day or something. I don't know. It's another day at the office, I guess. It's fine. It was great. Let's just go with that. It was great.
Bettany warmed him up for her.
Now, what was it like, Paul?
Another day at the orifice.
So maybe Paul, you can add to this also
I doubt it.
No, not on the kissing, but maybe on the improvements and the development of you from the vision to from the voice to the vision to the character, now being part of this team and how improving.
Yeah, I can. In Age of Ultron, I got to be born on camera, which I don't think is ever going to come up for me again in my career as an actor. It was fun, sort of playing with the idea that he was omnipotent but incredibly naive, and I think you find him in this film struggling with what it means to be human and what's good about humanity and what loyalty and love is, and I think that's going to be very important for moving forward.
Mm-hmm. And Robert, how do you see this new Ryzen vision?
Well, I mean, the movies used to come out, and I used to say, "That's Paul Bettany's voice." If you're like, "Oh, that is, isn't it?" And then I actually think that it was probably one of the coolest things Joss Whedon ever did was the way he framed the birth of Vision. But so you just had to follow up and make sure that there really was a character there, because I mean I remember early on we'd see Bettany on set, he's just painted like a purple crayon. You're like, wow, dude, you really got to bring something to the table here, and from the very first scene when he kind of excuses himself from walking through the wall, I think it was just a great a great introduction, and again, these Russo fellas are something else, and they really took care of us all very well.
Question here in the back, please.
Hello, over here, Julian Albrecht, AFP News Agency. Question to Robert. Without giving away too much from the story, but can you understand the motivation Tony has and also Steve has in the movie? And which team would you choose if you had to?
I haven't seen the movie yet. I'll be seeing it tonight with the audience.
Okay. So would you choose?
I've seen the movie 9 times.
You wouldn't be the first.
Look, I know it doesn't seem like it's early, but that's a pretty complex question for me to grasp with right now. I feel like Emily should tackle that.
Oh, right. Oh, no, Robert, that was to you. That's back to Robert, folks.
All right, let's bounce this over to Russo.
What was the question? It was about the Tony and Steve conflict, right, at the center of the movie.
What drives them?
What drives them? Well, look, what we tried to do on a storytelling level was, look, it's not, the movie is sort of kicked off by a political problem and a political question about this, how do you wield power, how do you use power, when are you justified to use it, where are you justified using it, how do you have to answer people? And that initial question about should the Avengers be overseen by the United Nations starts to divide the Avengers. But what was most important to us on a storytelling level was to get to a very personal place for why these characters do what they do. It's a political problem, kicks off some soul searching on everybody's part in this film. And that was very important to us through the whole ensemble, to go through the whole story and figure out why on the most personal level these characters are motivated to do what they want to do in the film. Even with Zemo, everybody has very personal motivation. So to us, it was this balance between a political issue that can polarize people, but also the personal issues that really cause you to move one way or the other. And then those are ultimately more powerful than the political issues themselves.
Question in the back, please.
Hello from Ghost Radio Berlin. It's a question for Robert Downey Jr. You shared with us that you rode a bicycle this morning, and we saw you buying a little rabbit in the newspaper. So you enjoy Berlin, but I think you didn't have a shooting here. Are you sad that you're not one of those people who fought against each other on the ECC roof of the ECC?
Yeah, it would have been nice to come. It's pretty expensive to travel me. I really want to pass this answer over to Grumpy Cat.
Where's the body?
It's been air freighted home to one of the kids. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Justus, first German television question to Robert. How was the evening at the tapas bar of Daniel?
First of all, food's great. He's an excellent host. We did a little commemorative thing of it yesterday that'll be online in a couple hours, and I hope you enjoy it. That's actually the truth. It is. I'll tell the truth once in a while if I have to.
What's the best tapa?
God, so many of them were good. What was that fried thing that I was crazy about?
The
Aubergine?
The aubergine, the eggplant. Yeah. Fried aubergine, fried eggplant. I always say aubergine. With honey and pepper.
Everybody should go there right now. Right now. So when they turned off the air conditioning 3 hours ago, forget it.
Yes, please.
Question to Robert. I'm Marcel from Entertainment Blog. My question to you is,
Which
do you
Daniel will
ever
answer.
do you ever what?
Which Daniel will answer. Go ahead.
No,
It's a democracy here. You make me self-conscious. With questions from my panel mates. Well, GC over there.
Do you ever expect this massive universe when you start filming the first Iron Man?
I had no idea. I'm not particularly good at planning or thinking ahead. So it's a good thing that other people are.
Daniel? So Anthony, where's your brother at the moment? And
My
also,
brother-
also it's a little quarrel between the Captain America and the Iron Man. Is there also the same between the brothers? And did anyone of the...
Yeah, my brother, this
Notice
movie is
that?
really divided my brother and I. We've moved out of the same bedroom. So, but I just want to tag your last question real quick. I think one of the really smart things about Marvel is they always, and this is something my brother and I learned when we first came to the company to make Winter Soldier, they have this philosophy, even though there is an interconnectedness between the films and there is a larger story arc going on between them, they have a real discipline and a real attitude of one movie at a time. Because they know that unless every movie is given the space to be everything that it wants to be, everything that it could be, without getting too encumbered about ideas about where things can go in the future, they know there will be no future. So they have this really disciplined process about just giving every movie its own space and letting it dream, letting that movie dream and become whatever it wants to be, which I think is an amazing part of their process. It's very smart and disciplined on their part. So as far as my brother is with Team Cap in Singapore right now. So they are presenting the movie there, and we're starting to get a little bit of rivalry going between these two teams, especially from their end. They seem a little mouthy about a few things, but yeah, no, my brother and I, even though it was very important to us on a storytelling level, we wanted to tell a story where by the time you got to the end of the movie, you were very torn about who was right and who was wrong, and who you would side with in the conflict. So, especially between Iron Man and Captain America, we wanted them both to be a little bit right, both to be a little bit wrong, and audiences to be torn. And so we had to commit as storytellers very, very specifically to that idea. And all through the screenwriting process with the writers Marcus and McFeely, and through shooting and editing, we were always trying to modulate the movie so that it felt very balanced between the two characters. Because look, you've come to know these characters over many movies now. You know that both of the characters are very well-rounded, very, very balanced, but yes, flawed. But they've proven themselves to be heroes now. And that's who we know them as. So you can't immediately, it's hard to corrupt a character like that quickly. So we found a way to balance them in a way that they both shared responsibility for the problem, but also at the same time they were both right in choosing to do what they wanted to do in the film. So.
And any comments from the team on that, working with them brothers?
Any teams about what? Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, it was. It's when there are that many cast members, it's great to have two directors. One's busy talking to visual effects. You can get one of them, and then you can influence one of them, and you can set one brother against the other brother, which is amusing on long shooting days.
But you never have fights, because I have a brother and we would kill each other after 2 days on set. How do you...
Well,
we weren't aware of that, but you must have.
No, but that is always people's response to the fact that we work as a directing team. People always say, oh my gosh, I would love to work with my sibling. Or they're like, oh my God, I could never work with my sibling. It seems to be one or the other, It's very interesting. I don't know, for us it's it's been a natural process. It kind of grew organically, and we've been doing it for a long time now, so we really enjoy it. And it's hard when you have actors that are as clever as this, because it does mess my brother and I up a lot, because they do turn us on one another frequently, like the way Paul perhaps did it more than anybody.
Yep.
But
I mean, they would actually unite the teams we would actually unite, because they would bring things like, one time we were shooting in Atlanta and they brought cannolis from Brooklyn. They had these cannolis flown in to Atlanta, which none of us carb-phobic actors could eat. Sitting there eating cannolis.
do you have a cannoli, Emily?
But I would agree.
You'd be surprised what actors will do after being on set for 10 hours and heavy makeup and fighting.
Oh, God.
Yeah, eat another cannoli.
Question here in the middle, please.
Hi guys, Laurie from Schweiz am Sonntag. This is a question for both Anthony and Robert. Digitally de-aging Robert for that one scene at the beginning of the film. Hey, how was that done, and how was it seeing yourself like that? Was that scary, or was that liberating?
Well, I'll give you the how.
Yeah, how'd you do it?
That's not the scary part. There's a company called Lola that has begun specializing in this kind of work, and they're really wonderful at it. I mean, it's somewhat related to stuff that we had done before in terms of like Haley Atwell playing the old Peggy in The Winter Soldier. She was aged using some similar techniques. You know, Michael Douglas in Ant-Man was also really thrilling and fun. So yeah, so it's very sophisticated computer graphic work. I mean, that's part of the fun of these movies is and working at the cutting edge of CG now is you can do things that we haven't seen before on the big screen. It's really exciting and thrilling for all of us as moviegoers. So I think that was one of the techniques that was a nice, pleasant surprise for a lot of people. You want to talk about how it was performing?
Yeah, all I'll say is we were at the premiere in LA and that scene came on, and I don't know why I had to keep myself from getting really kind of choked up about it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, just because the lights are low doesn't mean my missus wouldn't have seen me like silently weeping from my passing youth or something like that, you know? Usually I only openly cry if I'm at a Steely Dan concert.
But we'll say this, we studied a lot of photographs when Robert was younger, and of course there are a lot of references that exist for him at that age. So, and we went through this process of figuring out, well, who would we make him look like exactly, what version of his younger self? And then we finally realized through the process it was just better to like not try to match to any specific thing and just go for like a young Tony Stark as opposed to a young Robert Downey. It was a very interesting process.
Question here on the left.
Yeah, I'm Marcus. Mr. Russo, aren't you afraid that in the future the actors will resist? That you have to make them younger for every movie?
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, it could, you know, there's an upside to that as well for the actors, right? I don't know. But no, I mean, look, I think it's just another tool in the toolbox. You know, it's a wonderful place for a performer to go, to just think about how, you know, well, how does your body language change when you're that age, et cetera. It's almost something more that stage actors are used to doing, but now you get to do it on the screen in a more credible way than before. So I think it's a, you know, for really talented performers, I think it's a great challenge, and it's very exciting for us as audiences as well.
The Bikram yoga class will be starting in 4 minutes.
Robert, can you tell us a bit about your special relationship with Stank Lee?
With Stank Lee?
Stank Lee.
Stan's the greatest. You've seen him around.
I've seen him around,
You've
yeah.
seen him around? You haven't? Oh my God, you gotta do it. He's such a character. He was at the premiere, and you know, he always does cameos and all that stuff. He is so game and so, he's just got a lot of moxie. I mean, I think that it makes sense that so many of these characters came out of his mind, because he's just a very kind of, he's just a ballsy guy, you know? And he's not getting any younger. I mean, you know, we've been doing this for 10 years. He's doing pretty damn old when I did the first Iron Man. But I think he'll probably be here after us, too.
Your question, please.
Emily, you did a lot of bike tours here in Berlin. You told me this morning. What is your advice to Robert on biking through Berlin?
Thank you.
I'm here to help. Just get lost. That's what we did. We literally just left the hotel and just found things. It's such a spectacular city. I absolutely love being here, and I was here in the summer when we were shooting and had a bunch of days off, and I have to say it really truly has become one of my favorite places to visit, so it's nice to be back. But yeah, just get lost in the city. It's one of those great towns that you can do that in. It's my advice. So go get lost in the city, Robert. Come on.
Me and my security team will have
Team of 30 people. That one's right.
Yeah, this question maybe for Anthony. And
Can we check in on Grumpy Cat? How you feeling, man? You need anything? You want a water?
Yeah, please.
Here, come get this Volvic, pal. Come here. I'm sorry, you have two choices, Volvic or Fiji?
Fiji.
See, we take care of each other. He's in special effects makeup right now. There you are. That's a long-ass tail you got there.
That's a superpower.
Fantastic.
So a question to Anthony, maybe also Daniel can help with that. Why didn't you choose the Berlin Brandenburg International Airport? This is already a mess. Why didn't you to Leipzig?
My God.
Typecasting.
Because Leipzig is Daniel's favorite airport. He insisted that we shoot there. No, to tell you the truth, I don't know. We didn't even scout it. I don't think it was available to us as an option. So we scouted Leipzig and we fell in love with it. It's a beautiful looking airport. I think it's slightly underutilized for how large it is. So they were able to accommodate a movie production there, which is a very difficult thing to do because we, of course, couldn't disrupt any of the flight patterns or anything. So it's a very complicated thing to do. Like, look, we ended up shooting a lot of that airport stuff at outside our studio in Atlanta as well. We had a big concrete pad there that we surrounded in green screen to look like Leipzig. Because we were doing a lot of things that require a lot of pyrotechnics and cranes, etc. You just can't do at a functioning airport. So while we got great production value out of Leipzig, beautiful place to shoot, and we were able to pattern it all on a CG level so that we could use it even in things we didn't shoot. That's sort of how Leipzig ended up working out for us.
I got a question for Daniel though. Why are the Germans giving themselves such a hard time about this airport delay? I mean, does the country have to do everything perfectly? Tell me, what is this phenomenon?
Well, we lost some of our skills. I mean, since last year, even our car is a problem. So, yeah, I don't know. But maybe it means that then other, disadvantages, that this will change or improve. Maybe we'll be funny someday. Who knows? But efficiency
Watch
right now...
Watch my little trip to his tapas bar. That will answer all your questions.
The question in the back, please.
Tom Westerholt again. I could answer that question for you, Robert. The answer is just $5 billion. We could have built another Berlin out of that money. That's a good answer. No question.
We routinely do this in major cities in America. I mean, give yourselves a break. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, Germany, you still got it. You still got it.
We're still working on Make Germany Great Again, but it's not really working. Question to all of you guys, if you shoot a movie for such a long time, what is a must-have thing that you take with you from home? Something that you have to have with you?
We'll start down the end.
Clothing.
Fair,
I'm trying to think of what I brought with me. I brought some clothes. Pretty simple, low maintenance.
Novels and Astroglide.
My own base camp, a helicopter budget, and 300,000 other perks. It's sick. I'm ill.
God, cannot top this. Boring answer, headphones, and a long book. I chose Tolstoy. It takes some time.
Bring a bicycle and a motorcycle, just to get my head clear sometimes.
Okay. Wait, what do you bring?
A bicycle and a motorcycle.
Nice.
Oh, I heard brothel. I didn't.
Please, your question.
Hi, this is Nicole from ProSieben TAF. This is a question for Robert, but you all can answer it.
Thank you.
Robert, since we are talking about expenses and what you guys bring, you told Jimmy Kimmel last year you brought your whole furniture to Atlanta for the shooting.
I know.
Is that the reason why you didn't come to Germany, because you couldn't move your house here?
Well, by the time all the furniture got here, they were going to be done shooting, and I asked could they just push the shoot back until all my sofas got here, and When you travel with a family, you try to make them comfy. We got babies and stuff. I'm not getting it.
Everybody understands.
As a matter of fact, I brought all of these chairs for you from my own home office. If you appreciate it. Conspicuous consumption.
So, any more more questions, please? Yes?
GC, you're on deck.
Yes, there and there, please. Oh, Grumpy Kid.
Yeah, again. But it is a serious question. So it's, of course, a Captain America movie, but sometimes it feels a lot of Avengers. So how do you get the right tone? And everyone, each of them, a good scene where they can show that they belong to the team. That goes to everybody.
I'll start, I guess. Look, when you have a cast like this, it's like, it's an embarrassment of riches. So for a storyteller, you have so many different places to go. The way we've always approached it ourselves is we know there's always somebody in the movie theater that came to the movie for that character. That's their favorite character, and it's your responsibility as a storyteller to give that fan like the most complete experience they can have. You want to give no matter how much screen time a character has, you want to give the character a really great emotional arc. You want to find some surprising and exciting things for the character to do, and you want to find the best ways for them to intersect with the rest of the cast. So it's, my brother and I have a process where we, as we're preparing a movie and developing a movie, we step through the movie. We work with ensembles a lot. We enjoy ensemble work, and we'll sort of we'll do passes at the script where we just think about the movie from a different character's point of view, from beginning to end, and like how does the story work for just that character. We'll walk through the story as if it belongs to that character, and it's a really helpful process, I think, for us to like sort of bring, make sure we're bringing everybody to life in the best way that we can. So that's, from a storytelling point of view, it's something we really love to do, and it's an incredible privilege when you have a cast like this. So.
Final question for today, please. Yes, you've got the microphone.
Hi, Lila from Bild. A question to everyone. Do you have a favorite spot in Berlin?
Well, it's my bar.
His bar.
Daniel's bar. I haven't been yet, but it's paid me to say that should this question come up. The Soho House is pretty amazing. But go to Daniel's bar.
We went to Fame last night. It was fun. It's a pop-up restaurant. But it's not Daniel's bar.
So at least it's very great to have you here. Thanks for being here. Give him a break. Show him out with a big applause.
Thank you very much.